So the time has come for the first service on my Himalayan. I'm making this video to try to document what I did. My dealer is very far from me, so I decided to do this myself. I did contact Royal Enfield North America, and they told me that as long as I maintain receipts of the parts, we should be okay. So we'll see. There she is, warming up, just so that I can do the oil change first. Let's go. Okay, so here we have the parts that I purchased. Let me see, I don't know if you can see them there. This is just a kit that has the compression washer for the oil plug. We may not need that. Here we have the filter, as you can tell. And here's another kit with the filter also, but this one has the gasket for the oil filter. I don't know if the other one has it, but got this from Baker Motorsports. That seems to be the minimum things that I need to purchase, so let's see. Well, there it is, the oil draining. I tried to put a rack to try to capture any big particles or anything that came out, but I was unsuccessful. But let's let it drain. So as you can see, I took the cover to remove the strainer. I don't know if you can see there at the bottom of the opening, there's some strand of something that actually came out from in there. So we'll see what it looks like. Well, the strainer came out. It looks fairly clean. I have a new one, so I may just replace it. Just because I have it. Hi. Okay, let's on to it. Very good. Now that things are pretty much done on the other side, let's do the filter. Filter is behind that round cap with the 3 bolts. I put a piece of aluminum foil over the pipe, the exhaust pipe. Nothing bothers me more than oil burning on the pipe, and I'm not so sure how well can I clean it off if it falls there. So okay, let's go take that up. Well, there's the filter. Came from there. The aluminum foil is doing a good job, and there we go. Filter is pretty small. Look pretty clean, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, one thing that I wanted to point out is that for some reason the kit that I bought that has the filter came with that O-ring. I've been looking around my bike and I don't see one that had come with it. So it fits that groove. I'm gonna put it in. Maybe that's the difference. Either an O-ring or a gasket. I can't see the point of having both at the same time. Okay, we'll see what happens. One of the things that is good practice is to actually give the new filter a good soak. So I flipped it up, put it there, and poured some of the new oil through it. Right now the whole set of fibers are absorbing that oil, and hopefully it will retain some inside so that the bike doesn't start dry and the oil gets to vital components fairly quickly. So let's keep going. Well, I was able to put the oil in, and as you can see, we're pretty much full there. That's the way it should look. Since we changed the filter, once I started, it should go level. Okay, and there it is. After running the engine for a few minutes, we got a proper oil level. Next thing we're going to check is the air filter, which is behind that cover there. One thing to note, out of the 4 screws that show up on that cover that I removed, only 3 are used to hold it in place. The 4th one is a placeholder for balance. That's what I think, because there's a little plug thingy that goes into that hole on the bottom left. Okay, let's check the air filter. So here's my air filter. It looks very good. Part of the reason is that I only ride this motorcycle for commuting to work, and it's all paved roads. I don't go off-road much, and it's only been 300 miles. One thing to note is that this filter, the dirty part is on the inside, not the outside. Just a good thing to remember. And let's take a look inside the hole where this thing goes. And there it is, the cavity came from. Fairly clean inside too. Makes sense. One thing to know is that when I went to pull the cover off, the filter was stuck to it. You can't remove it that way. You need to separate the filter from the cover and then get it done. So I'm gonna run some compressed air through my filter and put it back on. Okay, so that took care of the air filter. We still have to clean the chain or inspect it at the very least. And of course the valve adjustment. There's a thunderstorm coming and I'm outside, so I think I'm gonna count my Lucky Charms and stop here and pick it up again tomorrow. So I'll be back soon. Okay guys, the rain has gone away, so let's get started. I already removed the tank and we're getting ready to check the spark plug, also check the valve clearance and battery pose and those little things that may be hiding under there. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay guys, I just wanted to point out the spark plug was fairly difficult to remove. It was, I don't know how to explain it, but it was fairly tight pretty much all the way. When it finally came out, I can see, if you can see in the threads there seems to be a small piece of aluminum or something. There was no anti-seize compound on the threads of the spark plug, and I'm wondering what, if anything, it may have done to the threads. Looking at them, they don't look too bad. I can't show them on camera. Well, they don't look bad at all, so I don't know what happened there. So we'll see when we go to put it back. I'll clean those threads and actually check the gap with my trusty gap checker, and we'll go on. Thank you. Just wanted to give you a kind of a view of what the spark plug hole looked like on my bike. Now this is a 2019 with about only just 300 miles on it. So something tells me this plug was not properly put in at the factory. Well, we'll see. Very good. Okay, so the valve covers are removed. There you go. I don't know if you can see them. Anyways, I can't get this to focus, but they have been removed. The one in the rear, I couldn't fit the typical Craftsman wrench in, but a little combination wrench will do. Okay, so I'll get my feeler gauges and get on with it. And then we'll also take a look at the gap on the spark as it is in the service manual to check it. Okay. Well, trying to get this done, and I finally found my feeler gauges. I didn't know where I put them. Anyways, the valves in this machine are very, very tight. I tried a .076 feeler gauge into the intake valve and it wouldn't go in. And I tried a .229 on the exhaust and it wouldn't go in either. So they will require adjustment. Finding TDC was a little bit of a challenge. The service manual doesn't. It indicates that there's a mark on the starter cover, but it was difficult to see. I got that lined up, so we'll see what happens. Well, here she is, finished. I'm sorry guys, I ran out of batteries on the camera and could not film the adjustment of the valves or the checking of the tensioner, the cam chain tensioner. But there she is running. I don't know, I would love to take it for a spin. One of the things, it started raining and I couldn't get to cleaning the chain, which is, required, and also remove the drive sprocket cover to go check that for dirt and things like that. One thing that I did also is, I don't know if you guys are having that problem, but the brake line on this side with the shock absorber going up and down tends to pop out of the clip there. It's annoying, so one of the things I did, I applied some grease to the outside jacket of the brake so that the grommet can ride freely, and let's hope that helps. Very good. This is gonna be it. This is my first video. I thought I'd make it with the working on the Himalayan. So hopefully this will open up to make better videos. So if you like it, give us a thumbs up, and hopefully this helps someone. Take care.